What if you could make money or type something just by thinking about it? Sounds like sci-fi, but it may be close to reality. CBS 2 Morning Insider Lauren Victory shows us a Chicago connection.
Neuroscience and business.
He's got lots of matter all over his home and the not-so-distant future on his mind.
Will they be humans?
In as little as 5 years, super smart people could be walking down the street. Men and women who've paid to increase their intelligence. Neuroscientist Moran Cerf makes that prediction because he's working on a smart chip for the brain.
Make it so that it has an internet connection and it goes to Wikipedia, and when I think this particular thought, it gives me the answer.
The Northwestern University business professor is collaborating with Silicon Valley bigwigs he'd rather not name.
So what if you could type directly from your brain?
We know Facebook is chipping away at this. Tesla founder Elon Musk is too.
Everyone is spending a lot of time right now on trying to find ways to get things into the brain without drilling a hole in your skull. Can you eat something that will actually get to your brain? Can you eat things in parts that will assemble inside your head?
Mind-blowing, but relationships could be on the line.
This is no longer a science problem, this is a social problem.
Cerf worries about creating intelligence gaps in our society. That's on top of gender, racial, and financial inequalities.
They can make money by just thinking about the right investments, and we cannot. So they're going to get richer, they're going to get healthier, they're going to live longer.
The IQ of an intelligent ape is about 70. The average human, 100. A genius, around 140. People with smart chips, 200. Will they even want to interact with us?
But they're going to say, look at this cute human, Stephen Hawking. He can do differential equations in his mind just like a little baby with 160 IQ points. It's amazing, it's so cute. Now let's put it back in a cage and give it bananas.
Time will tell, or will our minds? Lauren Victory, CBS 2 News.
The report by the U.S. Commerce Department stands in stark contrast to what President Donald Trump said just days ago.
Money, you saw trade deficits went down last month. Everyone was trying to find out why. Well, we're taking in a lot of tariff money, and it's going right to the bottom line, and it has reduced the trade deficit. So
in reality, new data shows the trade gap between the United States and China in particular has widened last year by $43 billion to $419 billion. It's a result of an increase in exports from China to the United States, while exports of U.S. goods dropped. And the U.S. trade gap overall? Well, it swelled to a 10-year, $621 billion high. Their numbers not seen since the global financial crisis of 2008. That means, quite simply, that the United States imports far more goods and services worldwide than it sells. This despite promises made by the U.S. president on the campaign trail in 2016 that his policies would put America first in the global marketplace. The U.S. is currently embroiled in a tit-for-tat trade war with China, imposing tariffs on more than $250 billion of Chinese goods. China hit back with tariffs on $110 billion of U.S. products. As the two sides continue to negotiate, Trump has delayed his threat to impose tariffs on $200 billion more of Chinese imports in the U.S. And in September, the White House released this video arguing the tariffs have already had a positive impact.
We're changing things, and we're changing them fast.
But the Commerce Department numbers suggest a very different trade reality than the one the U.S. president seems unwilling to acknowledge. Kimberly Helkett, Al Jazeera, Washington.
Lawmakers took a stand against hateful speech Thursday. The House passed a resolution condemning anti-Semitism and other forms of discrimination. The vote wasn't even close, with 407 representatives voting in favor and 23 against. The measure was written after Democratic Representative Ilhan Omar of Minnesota made comments on social media, many dubbed as anti-Semitic. Many lawmakers on both sides of the aisle have spoken out against her comments. The original resolution just including condemning those statements, but it went through several revisions to include hateful speech toward other religions and minorities.
Ahorita se acaba de ir la luz y caminando de verdad que me queda sumamente lejos. Las camionetas, es muy poco el transporte que hay ahorita y el tomar una camioneta ahorita a estas alturas es imposible.
Ninguno de los canales dan información al respecto, no sabemos noticias de nada, o sea, el país prácticamente está vuelto un desastre.